Hello everyone. Loads of ducks. The black-headed ones are the males. Well, black-headed, they're green-headed. There's the old Roman bridge over there. And down here, the female are the brown ones. They're all waiting to see if I'm coming to bring some bread or some things for them. They're always being fed by all of locals and residents. Loads of males, predominantly. Females, this is maybe a third of the amount of ducks around. So I was talking with a friend today about the processes we're going through. I'm going to detail a bit what this is about. There's my bicycle. Okay. So the process I'm going through, and we're all going through, but that I'm aware that I'm going through, is that we are, as we're receiving more light quotient in our reality, and it can be calculated with the Schumann resonance, it can be calculated with the grid work, grid work, because I've been working on the grids, but grids that have been thinning down, and the grids have been holding a certain frequency, and they are changing. And the change of frequency in the grids, we have many grids: earth grids, quantum grids, plasmic grids, memory grids, crystal grids, akashic grids. So we've got loads of different grids that we are connected to and that we function with. And we're gradually thinning down these grids, and it is gradually thinning down the imprints that we have in us as all what we are conditioned by or we function through as belief systems, mechanisms, memories, imprints of genetic inheritance. This is what makes our human makeup as the vibration that we are functioning from and through. So we each have our individual and unique imprints, because it has to do also with memories, with how we dealt with experiences, and not only in this lifetime, but in all lifetimes. So we're dealing with the thinning down of the veils or the grids, which is doing the same thing within us. So it's happening out and in. The out is affecting the in, and the in is affecting the out. And it is happening continually. And I was describing this to a friend this morning over a coffee. And we go through these processes in very unique ways. So it's individually, but also in a collective way. Okay, what just happened? They're all coming. Someone said something, and they all gathered. Okay. Yeah, so we're going through these processes, and it can be felt for us in sorts of depressions, little depressions, not big deal depressions, not the depressions that we're going to be going through days or weeks or months. No, it can be just few minutes, but they are depressions. We have a deconstruction of settings, of imprints, of programmings, of conditioning, all what we have created to keep on going. And now we're able to undo the majority of them. Not just one or two, but practically all of them if we allow it. So this is happening gradually, layer by layer. And I've been feeling them like literal little depressions. And it's like falling off a cliff, like a depression, like a dismantling of the inner construct. So it gets unknotted, it gets dismantled, and then there is a whole movement that happens because we might have held on to these settings, constructs, for many lifetimes. So when they get undone, it will affect us in many different ways. We can have mental depressions, physical depressions, emotional depressions, and these depressions can be just a few minutes. It doesn't need to be like a whole dying process, mentally, emotionally, or physically. No, it can be just a few minutes. And we're undoing big deals, monumental imprints, constructs. So, yeah, the more we observe that, the more we become aware of it, because we need to become aware of it. We need to be able to see it, because that is, in a way, embracing it and allowing it to happen. If we try to suppress it, if we try to ignore it, if we try to shove it aside again, it's not going to disappear. It's only being put aside for another later on, but that might not be as easy as when it happens organically, naturally, with the movement of energies we're going through. The movement of energies we're going through is accompanying us to do that. It's supporting us to do that. It's not necessarily fun, this process, but it wasn't fun being in the limitation either. Even though we've got used to it, and therefore we kind of think it's our comfort zone, but there's nothing comfortable in where we've been. We just got used to it, that's all. Imagine you can heal yourself instantaneously. Imagine you don't need to age. Imagine you can reshape your body at your own will. Imagine you can have the ability to heal others and to see beyond what we've been seeing. All this is ours. It's our nature. It's not something that we've got to work, and maybe if we work hard enough we can get it. But we do need to do the inner work, the inside the job. We need to do it. It won't get done by anybody else. It has to be done by oneself. So we're going through this right now. And these layers that we're getting undone are often very subtle. They're not necessarily obvious. And that is why we need to really pay attention. Like suddenly we have a mental depression, like a mind turbulence, not to say the word, a mind turbulence. Well, that mind turbulence if we see it and observe it, just like allowing it to go by, it might just take a few minutes and hop, it evaporates, undone, gone, next, and then next. I don't know if we're going to get done in this lifetime, but whatever we get done, it'll be worth it. Because what we don't want, and I'm sure a lot of us can agree with that, is come back into a limited version of ourselves. And we're not even talking about the system we live in or the society we live in. We're talking about ourselves, because you create your own reality. So imagine that you come back totally connected with the whole memory and remembrance of how magnificent you are, and all your or a lot of your divine gifts active. Wow, you're going to be doing changes for others, helping others, assisting, and being in total bliss. And I mean, anybody that would say I don't want that, I don't know. It's something that should be a natural call for everyone eventually. So we're going through this right now, and it's accelerating. The more we go with it, the easier it becomes. It becomes complicated when we don't want to do it, when we hold on to the old, when we don't accompany the movement, when there is resistance. Then it becomes more complicated. And imagine the resistance is like putting stones in your path. It's not going to get easier, it'll get harder. Stones or rocks or mountains. So yeah, we're going through this, and these little depressions, they can literally be depressions. Like you get sad, you get angry, frustrated. Just look at it. Wow. And just acknowledge it. Okay, I'm just getting angry, I'm getting frustrated. Okay, it's okay. These are emotions, they're normal. And they're part of what you're going through, whatever the process, to be able to flow by. Aren't they beautiful? They're beautiful green heads. Beautiful shiny green feathers. So beautiful. Yeah, we used to have a lot of ducks when we came here. Many, many, many ducks. Not this amount, much more. We had a farm, a duck farm at some point. Okay, everyone. Just wanted to share this with you, because when I shared it with this friend this morning, she said, oh yeah, this makes so much sense. Of course, this is what I'm going through. Suddenly, out of the blue, an emotion, suddenly the mind getting upside down. You get triggered by something, you don't really know why you get triggered that way. Just observe it, breathe into it. And that's it. You don't need to go and analyze it and get all serious about it. Just observe it. Breathe into it. And it literally softens down, literally gets thinner. And that's it. And then the next, because there are so many layers that we're undoing right now, not only of what we're aware of, but also of many lifetimes and of many genetic imprints and of contracts, of agreements that we no longer need, and that we're now, oh, everybody's coming back home, and we're now able to let go of. This morning there was a really big grey heron here, like a meter high, grey, so beautiful. It often comes here. I don't know if it's in the middle of the night or in the morning when I walk. It's still night time when I walk. He's normally here. Okay, everybody. I wish you a good journey. Enjoy these trips of layers. It's not about getting anywhere. It's about being here and now. And the more we deal with it, the easier it gets, and the more enjoyable the journey, the trip. So we might as well accompany it and enjoy it as much as possible. Okay, everyone, I will talk to you soon. Bye bye. Enjoy.